of error because of that young lady that's breathing right down her neck. Zmeskal getting ready for her first rotation on the balance beam.
Good physical, good action, front, good solid, and sharp, rest of it.
Bela's preparing Zmeskal for a beam routine, preparing her to go out and attack this apparatus, which is exactly what she'll do. She is such an aggressive performer.
That beam is almost as tall as Zmeskal. She's only 4'5" at 72 pounds.
Kim seems totally unfazed by the dimensions of this piece of apparatus. She's stable and consistent, which is typical of Karolyi gymnasts. They're always so well prepared. Here's her first tumbling combination, back handspring to 2 layouts. Stuck solid.
It seems like every time we see her try a full turn, she almost loses her balance.
Kim had a break on a full turn in the compulsory competition as well. And it's ironic because she does so much difficulty in her beam routine. A full turn is a simple element. Here's Kim's second tumbling combination. Flip-flop layout down to 1 knee. This has been a very solid performance. All she has left is her dismount, a round-off double back. Nice. A little hop on the landing. That'll cost her about 2 tenths.
Other than that.
Well, you can tell Bela Karolyi expects a great deal from his prized pupil, Christy. Did you hear that comment? It wasn't bad.
No, and it wasn't bad. I've seen Kim do better, but it's a nice, solid start for the first event. This may be one of the reasons Bela was less than thrilled with that performance. Front handspring, and then she has a little break as she goes into her Sassone jump. The dismount is important because it's the last thing that the judges see, the last impression. She has a strong round off, double back, her legs are a little apart, and then she just has to hop on that landing.
Zmeskal has been so superb in recent months that when she doesn't do a 9.8, a 9.9 on certain apparatus, all of a sudden you've been spoiled. You wonder what's going wrong. And there's her score, a 9.675 on the beam, but Bela Karolyi let us know that he wasn't all that pleased with a 9.675 performance. And don't forget, at the same time, she's trying to catch the defending champion, Brandy Johnson. Still in the first rotation of the optional, Shannon Miller, currently in 7th position. If you thought you saw a tiny one, Christy, in Zmeskal, Shannon Miller is only 4 feet 4 inches, weighing 60 pounds.
That's for sure, Joel. You know, it seems funny to call it women's gymnastics when you have a look at Shannon Miller. She's just 13 years old, and she's a tiny little girl. Her degree of difficulty stacks up with the very best in the world. She's going to be doing another tumbling combination as well as a very big dismount. There's an arrow walkover, little break there. You can see her style is a little less mature than that of Zmeskal. It's a combination, layout, layout. Well done. Well, Shannon has all the difficulty that she needs right now, 2 years away from the Olympic Games. So she has the luxury of just concentrating on improving her execution. Here comes her dismount. The only gymnast in the United States to use this dismount. A full twisting double back. That was unbelievable.
Well, Shannon has said this is her favorite apparatus, and she looks strong on the balance beam.
Here's another look at that dismount. Many of the gymnasts use a double back for their dismount. Shannon does a double back with a full twist in the first somersault. That is a dismount that only the Soviets and Shannon Miller are even attempting in competition. That was incredible.
Shannon's an 8th grader, Summit Middle School in Edmond, Oklahoma, as she waits for her results. And it's the same score we just saw for Zmeskal, a 9.675. And you can see that Bela Karolyi appears to be upset with some of the early scoring so far. Let's take a look at the results after the first rotation for the women in the optionals. Brandy Johnson still with that slight lead over Zmeskal. The showdown continues in the Karolyi gym, doing very, very well in the early going. Bela Karolyi fuming over some of the early scoring. It continued while we were away.
2 tenths for me and adding 2 tenths another one. There are 4 tenths. In 4 tenths, I can't fight with 4 tenths against.
He's talking to Kathy Kelly, the national program director for the women's division.
Judging error of 10, you can fight, but you can fight with a half a point.
This is exactly the kind of behavior that draws the most criticism for Bela from the coaching ranks.
He is working for what is developing down the road for his competitors.
This is a strategic move on Bela's part, letting the judges know that he is fighting for every tenth.
They don't interfere, you know, I'm leaving the competition. We can't compete in these conditions. There is no way to compete in these conditions.
And this is a process for Bela Karolyi that starts long before they get to the arena. 7 a.m., the sun just beginning to burn, building into the steamy morning heat of Houston. The traffic on I-45, pyramids towards rush hour. And Karolyi's gym is dynamic with energy.
Speed. Strong! That's a bit different. No. That was better.
Thus begins the day for a few devoted and capable children with their first of 2 rigorous, grueling 4-hour workouts.
You have to have a total dedication. You have to spend hours. You have to be focused. You have to put some sacrifices. Gosh, nothing in the world can get without sacrifices. Especially when you want to get something which is the best in the world. Gosh, you have to put the most out of you. The most, more than anybody else. That's the name of the game.
This drive and enthusiasm oozes from Karolyi and is absorbed by his pupils, transferred by the famous Karolyi bear hugs, and his consistent attention to detail that created talent, the likes of BB Mills. This is the taskmaster, the coach who created stoic young athletes, attuned to his grunts and groans. His dedication has brought forth talent, like his first prodigy, 1976 and 1980 Olympic medalist Nadia Comaneci.
I had confidence in him when he told me to do something, and I knew that probably it's not so good. I said in my mind, he told me, if you do what I tell you, it will be very good for you. That's why I had confidence, and I did whatever he told me.
One youngster who's found confidence with Karolyi is Kim Zmeskal. Kim has devoted the past 8 years to the Karolyi cause. And at age 14, that equals half a lifetime. Being a native of Houston, Texas, Kim is the first of a generation of American gymnasts to come entirely through the Karolyi camp. Through the years, Karolyi has not only molded Kim physically, but molded her mentally as well.
All the way out and go.
It's within us. I mean, we're doing this gymnastics for ourselves, and you know, we're the ones who want to be the best. And he's there to, you know, motivate us and push us and coach us and teach us, you know, what we're doing wrong.
She's very disciplined. She's very obeying, as you could say that. She's different, I think, than my other 2 because of the way she's been trained at the gym. She's more disciplined in life. He is very intense with the kids. And he wants them to be perfect all the time, even in everyday workout.
Being perfect all the time is part of the Karolyi technique. Routines during workouts are expected to be performed at the same level as in competition, and then are repeated over and over again. There are no surprises, no new experiences when the girls arrive at a meet. But beyond just training, there is Karolyi.
It comes like a reinforcement when I'm around. But I'm not really purposely doing anything, you know, no magic, no hocus pocus. Probably they feel the strength because they know how strong and how consistent they've been working.
I don't know what it is that they want to do really well in his eyes. I mean, he's like God almost, you know.